Run the Jewels, B Dog. Once again, this might be. Was this your first time hearing this album?
The very first time
All right,
listening
you
to
don't.
any Run the Jewels at all.
Took you on a trip this week, man. These are very different albums, man. None of
Yeah.
these are even close to similar. I mean, at least you had the two Mad Lib ones, but even those, I mean, are very different. So, yeah, I'm interested to hear what you thought about this one if you never heard it.
And we're doing Run the Jewels too, right? That's the one I listened to. I thought that's
yeah.
what we said. Okay.
That's my favorite
Um,
RTJ album for sure.
this is more my speed. I got to listen to it a little bit more, but it hits. It definitely hits. We got a lot of energy on it for
I
sure.
told you this would be the one you like the most. I
You
told
can't
you.
question El Producto, man. You can't question El Producto. That dude beats and stuff is nice, man. He nice with it.
Yeah, for sure. It was a little bit different though. I didn't. It has like a little like rock samples, kind of like. It's different. So, but it's cool. I like the energy it brings.
Yeah, agree. Yeah, it's like we talked about this last time, because we talked about whether it's white people music or not. Like, someone said it was, Run the Jewels is for white people and stuff. And we said, you mentioned that it's got more rock influence, but I think it's just more electronic based samples, and electronic based sounds as opposed to just the normal hip hop drums. And so I think, Imperial Sad said the beats be sounding too Nintendo sounding sometimes. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I guess I'm cool with that. Like it don't, and we talked about this with like Scaring the Hose and other albums. Like the weird beats don't bother me if they sound right at the time. Like these, I love Run the Jewels too. So I'm not gonna sit up here and, I mean, to me this is a classic album, and this is their best album. I don't understand people say this is not for black people. I feel like every song on here is speaking to me. Maybe I'm the only one that also wants to kill these different people and stuff like that. I mean, to me, this is just like a newer album from The Coup or something like that. And it's very anti,
right?
With jokes, with more dick jokes and stuff like that, which I also think those are funny jokes a lot of times.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
for the Imperial Stats, they be snapping on them songs, but they blend together. A lot of it does blend together to me because it's the same energy on a song with the same crazy beats. Same thing I was kind of saying about the Danny Brown Scaring the Hose. His
no,
beats
see, to
is
me,
just
I hate this. I hate that that JPEG album. All right, because to me, I don't even like the comparison. This album I love, and I think these beats are maybe, like I said, electronic in like samples and stuff like that, but that's not the same as odd. Like there's no garbage pail kids sound of somebody hitting a garbage can like sound. These are all
While talking
still
about white people.
right. It's not. These aren't odd beats. They're just there's a whole. The number one, it's a huge genre of music is EDM music. So these aren't odd beats. These are just maybe not the same as.
Everybody, look. I think the way like I said, we brought this up because we are one of our favorites. Coop was saying that it's not for black people, and I think that's I don't know, almost offensive because I don't know what is for black people and what's not. Like everything is for black people to me, especially shit that we created. If it's hip hop, it's for black people. And so like the stuff that they're saying isn't what it is. So I think what would be that aspect that somebody would say that about is the beats, and it is so when you say they're not odd, I think they are odd for some or many. Like I think that they're not. I mean, we can listen to 3 other albums, or we just talked about 2 other hip hop albums from Madlib. They don't have sounds like this. These sounds are different, especially that Love Again.
That's the worst song on here though. But yeah, let's. And this is not now. When you say it blends together, to me that's the best thing about this album. This is why I think this is their best album, even better than Run the Jewels 3, which Run the Jewels 3 has some really high highs that I love, but this album I feel like it blends, like the way it's sequenced, the way it, like, to me this album is perfectly done. Like just like each song flows into the next, like yeah, and it's
And
like,
I think
even
you gotta
like
have.
even like how like even how like Blockbuster Night Part 1 ends, you know, Killer Mike, you know, last bar, you know, and then it goes right into, you know, Close Your Eyes, and like it's just the transitions of every song is like perfectly done. I really can't. Yeah.
I mean, LP been doing it for a minute, so I do think that he's an underrated producer. And I watched one of those FD Signifier videos where he was talking about how he's the greatest white rapper, and when he said his arguments was I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense. I didn't even think about it. But yes, I agree with like what Imperial Stats saying in the chat. To me, this let Killer Mike to me show his skills more than he does on his own stuff, because some of the stuff, you know, he's really in the pocket on some of these beats that people would say are weird. You know, especially like Lie, Cheat, Steal. His verses on there are amazing.
Yep.
So I really have I love this album.
Yeah.
The intro on 3 was great. 3 has some amazing songs. I just think 2 is better overall.
Exactly. Like I said.
That's my thing. I would say this is more like an acquired taste to me, because the blending together is not usually a good thing. Like, I like when albums sound like sonically good or goes into the next song perfectly, but this goes together with the same BPM to where it's just like on 10 the whole time. That's too much for me.
I like that, man. And look, I listen to a lot of music that, like I said, the opposite of this is probably Rock Marcy, who is, you know, you take that, you want to jump up and down when you listen to this one. Rock Marcy, you just really just doing this. I mean, it's really just this. Because it is. I mean, you want to hear what he's saying, and he's not screaming, and the beats are smooth samples that barely got tons of drums in them. So like, you just, it's a different thing. I'm cool with the change in vibe. Like, I love that aspect, actually. I mean, when I have my music on, and y'all know I like to listen to stuff randomly in the mix, when one of these comes on, it's a different vibe, and I love that. That doesn't take away. In fact, that makes it more appreciated, because again, who else has that? Are tons of people doing that in this lane? I don't think it's wrong to compare LP to Peggy. So I don't think there's a ton of people though that are able to make these types of raps. And then the subject matter is also feeding me, because this is, I mean, look, I'm a socialist and I'm angry, so this works for me almost all the time. You know, hey, we anti-capitalist. Let's go. Let's shit on these people. Fuck these rich people. Eat them all. Whatever. So this obviously works for me completely.
Right. Yeah. Anti-cop, anti-capitalist, anti-rich people. Yeah. It's anti-everything. It's just like rebellion music. I mean, this is what I put on when I'm like tired at night and like I gotta make a drive. Like, I'm putting this album on. Like, it's gonna, like, you're not going to sleep on this album. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you just bouncing around. And yeah, I mean, that's the quote of the night. I'm a socialist and I'm angry. Baldy. That's like, you know, gotta go in your like tagline, your bio.
That's funny.
That's why I love this album, man. That's one of the reasons why I love this album. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. I mean, look, my favorite song on there is Lie, Cheat, Steal. Everybody doing it. You know, this is all about asshole rich people. I mean, fuck them all. Like, so I love this type of stuff. And so if your song is catchy and it's on those vibes, I'm with it. Who else rapping like that? Everybody else want to be rich. Everybody else want to be a boss. Fuck bosses. I'm a worker. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the other thing I love about this album too, is that they constantly, I mean, like, they also have the competitive hip hop, you know, nature too. They constantly like, we better than all the rest, you know. What is the bar Mike says, you know, like if they disagree, they lie. If they agree, then that means that they're yellow or something like that. I forgot how he says it. I'm butchering it, but yeah, like they got the bragging, you know, they got the rebellion, they got the energy. I love it. Like, it's
sprinkle some dick jokes.
Yeah.
It's perfect, man. It's perfect. You know what I'm saying? So this is a combination that, like I said, I don't see why it would be considered. Yes, there's a white dude in the group, but we seem to align, at least from his music, on, you know, how we feel about things. So I'm cool with that. It doesn't bother me. So yeah, I love this album. I mean, this and As Dark as Hell is Hot. This type of stuff is stuff I put on in my car when I'm about to go somewhere at nighttime or I'm on a road trip and I'm tired. I'm tired of driving.
Yeah.
Got to turn on something that will get more energy.
Yep.
This is one of those type of albums. So what do we think is the best songs and worst songs on there?
I mean, so like people are saying, you know, like I said, they feel like it's all one big song because, like I talked about that transitions to me, I think are so perfectly done. But to me, I just want to say, I think this is the way to do it. It's much better than how like an album like Blue Lips that has 3 different beats on the same song, and I gotta skip to different parts to get to the the part I like, to the beat I like. I'd rather.
But that can be done well too. I don't want to agree with that. That can be done well.
It can be done well, but to me,
to do that, man.
It's better to separate the tracks.
He could do that. I'm cool with that because that's his artistic vision. I don't have to love it, but I'm cool. I get it. See what he's doing. I don't hate those songs on Blue Lips or whatever. So, but if he separated tracks, it'd be 40 short ass songs, which would be fine. That'd probably be a good streaming play. I don't know. Somebody maybe should think about that. It's like every time the beat switch, change the song to put a separate track. And when you listen to it together, there's no skips anyway.
Right.
I mean, it's not like CD. Remember CDs used to, especially vinyl too, used to fade out and then fade into your next song. That don't do that no more. It's like it go straight away. So it's cool. I don't want to say it was terrible. I just didn't love it. I was hoping for something different, but it was good. I thought it was good.
Yeah, we talked about that on the last episode, Imperial Stats. I got nothing but hate for that album. I mean, I thought I haven't listened to it again. Yeah, I haven't listened to it again. We on the rating, I gave it like a 6, and if anything, I would go lower now because because I don't want to listen to it again. I even tried listening to it again, and to me, it seems like a chore. Like I said, the parts I like, I have to skip to and stuff like that. This is not worth it. It's not re-listenable.
I like it more than that, but I'm not gonna say act like it's amazing or great. But I'm never gonna fault the artist for trying something different and doing something different. I appreciate that. Is it always gonna be successful? No. Would I like him to come out with another album soon? Yes. But am I mad? I was hoping for something different because I like songs on there. I just wish they were different. And when we finish up with this Run the Jewels album, I wanted to say something about what y'all said in the damn, you killing them, Imperial Stats. You like I listen to music on random. I don't like to listen to the same playlist over and over. I don't like to hear the same songs every day. I like different stuff to come up. Yeah. So Run the Jewels is great. It's a great change of pace. For some of that stuff. And I wish I could see him live, man. I hope I get to see him live.
Yeah, I wanted to go see Run the Jewels and Rage Against the Machine. Yeah. It was during COVID, like it was right before COVID, they had planned their concert, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go see him, and then COVID hit, they canceled, and then they were gonna do it again after COVID, and then Zach broke his leg or whatever. So I don't know if it'll ever happen, but yeah, man.
What's your favorite one on here?
Favorites? I mean, like to me, I gotta say I like every song on here except for Love Again. To me, that's the only song.
Oh, ain't on Gangsta Boo.
I don't dislike it. It's just that was far like not as good to me. So my favorites though are gotta be All My Life, Lies, Cheat Still, Early. And Angel Duster. Oh, and All Due Respect too. I mean All Due Respect too. I love it too. So,
Oh My Darling, Close Your Eyes and Count to Fuck.
Yeah, Close Your Eyes.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
that's a lot of energy right there. That's the type of shit. Yeah, I like that song right there.
Okay, I'm about to say, you might like some old Rage Against the Machine, Doug. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you fucking with that, you fucking with Zach, you might like it. You know what I'm saying? You want to get on some more I Hate All Rich People stuff? Then you want to listen to some of that old Rage Against the Machine, man.
Yeah, I might be on there. I'm going to listen to this Run the Jewels more, though. Definitely throughout the week. I don't think there's that much new music dropping this week, so I'm going to listen to this again.
Goes into part 3.
Yeah, well, listen to part 2 again, but then then definitely you want to listen to part 3 and part 4.
Get It. Get It is one of my favorite ones. That's on part 1.
Yep. Their whole discography is great.